Hello, hi. How is it going? How are you feeling? Ideally, you are feeling fabulously. I am feeling quite alright myself, if I do say so myself. Alright, you guys are just gonna have to bear with me. I'm finna just probably run my mouth until I feel like pulling. Alright. And then I'm gonna pull until I don't want to pull anymore. For those of you that don't know, my name is A. For those of you that do, hey. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you can hear me. Thank you for choosing to share some of yourself with me today. So yeah, this is just going to be, it's probably just going to be one collective pull. But I'm also currently clearing out my energy because I don't want any of my energy to bleed into y'all's read. I almost didn't do this live right now. I did my Lionsgate read, or not Lionsgate read, Lionsgate live, I guess. And you know, at that point in time, I was like, you know, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do some reads for you guys. And then you know, things happen, things change. And I'm not really I wouldn't consider myself to be like an emotional person. I am a animated individual. Some might say charismatic, but emotional is not really me. Unless it's like pulled out of me. Not really a whole lot of things are gonna make me just like put me in my feelings. But I was there. So I was like, you know what? I think maybe I'm not gonna do my reads. And then I thought about the alternative. And I realized I love reading. I love doing reads for you guys. I love doing tarot reads. I love just like reading in general for the collective, for my channel. And it was like, if there's anything that was gonna pick me up, it would be reading for you guys. So I cleared out my energy profusely. And we're just gonna go with the flow because like I said, I want to make sure that my energy is not bleeding into y'all's read. I also do feel like there is like a message that needs to come out. So let me cook. Bear with me. Okay? Bear with me. I'm not in any rush to do anything. My channel, my live, my reads, my time. Heavy on that right now. All right, so that's what we're on. I'm gonna light my little oney really quick. I usually don't even, doesn't even matter what I usually don't do. This is what I'm doing right now. But I ideally everyone is doing fabulously. And if not, I hope that by the end of this, whenever the end of this is for you, right? Whenever you choose the end of this to be, that you're feeling a little bit more fabulous than you were before you started watching this live. Again, I hope that you can hear me. I have my hello, hi. I have my waves playing in the background. So ideally you won't hear those. Right? Ideally you won't hear those. Okay. It's just for me though. And help calm me and help ground me. All right. Okay. If you did not catch my previous live on the Lionsgate portal, that is, I encourage you to check it out. Or not, but I made it for you to see, so check it out. I didn't know we're pulling on, guys. I don't know. 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 We'll see what comes to me, though. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know what we're going to pull on. I'm going to give it, let me see, how many minutes are we at? Dang, it's been, see, that's what I'm always saying. Like, I have, my perception of time is just, like, terrible. I don't even want to say terrible because it is what it is. It's mine. But it is not like other people's, child, because it does not feel like I've been on here for no 6 minutes. It feels like, honestly, it feels like maybe a minute and a half. I just experience time differently than a lot of people. And I'm kind of, like, done over trying to explain it. So I'm just trying to lighten up the energy a little bit before I start to pull for you guys. How is everyone doing, though? How is everyone doing? How am I doing? I am happy and grateful. We'll say that. I'm happy and grateful, and yeah, we'll say that. Could be better, could be worse. Happy and grateful. And I'm very honored to even have the ability to do what I'm doing right now. I don't take that for granted at all. What do you guys want to, what do you want me to pull on? Like, what do you guys want to find out? I got nothing. Got nothing. I am so drained, you know? Even as, like, very much even as, like, an energy worker, right? A guide, if you will. I'm very much human. And I'm very much tired. I am very much, like, exhausted. And ever since I was a child, I have always just been inquisitive. Like, I like to know why. I like to know why everything that you could think about. I want to know why. I want to know how come. I want to know what the reason is. And then when I'm given that reason, I want to know what the reason for that is. And I think that part of my time here, right, this time around, this life around, I think one of the realizations that I think that I'm having is that what I need to learn how to do, it's probably going to take the rest of my life for me to learn how to do this because I don't see it happening anytime soon. But I think what I need to learn how to do is learn how to be okay with not having some answers. And I feel like that goes against, like, every cell in my body, child. Because, like I said, ever since I was a child, ever since I can remember, I want to know why. And I think that part of my time here this time around is to become okay, perhaps, with not knowing why. And maybe in that, trying to help you guys get some answers. So my lack of being able to understand everything, which is what I literally want to do, like, that's my goal, to learn everything about everything. But in that, perhaps, yeah, I can help others maybe get the answers that they seek. So that was a realization that I have gotten recently. And yeah, I don't really know when that's gonna happen, okay? Because like I said, until my last breath, I'm probably not ever gonna be okay with not having the answers to some things. But if it can help you guys, then that's what it is, right? I strongly believe that it's not even a belief, it's like my knowing that one of the greatest teachers is pain. So regardless of the pain, I feel like whatever the pain is, there's a lesson in it. We just have to find it. And I think that and there's also a reason. There's like, I feel like somebody needs to hear this, obviously, not just myself, because I don't ever just get up on here. As long as I'm as often as I be on here just like running my mouth, it's not often that I will just like speak from the place in which that I'm speaking right now. So I do believe that pain is a teacher. And I think that one of the maybe more difficult ways to move through pain, but maybe most insightful ways, if you will, is to try to understand the lesson behind it, right? Try to figure out what the pain is trying to teach you. Because it is, in fact, the best teacher. So, I don't know who that's for. It's just more for than just myself, child. So take it if so. I'm gonna actually burn this Palo Santo real quick. Clear this energy out. Grab my Florida water. 1 second. 1 second. And we gonna pull on something. Let me see if somebody said, let me see. Let me just see if we have bots in here, or if like somebody actually listed what they want me to pull on, child. Let me see. Yeah. If I had the energy, let me see how quick I can do this. Oh, that quick. All right. So apparently I can block with just one button. I thought that I had to like have moderators to do that, but apparently I have the power to do that myself. So 1 second. Thank you. I love my shirt as well. That's why I'm wearing it. But thank you. All right. Let's see. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. All right. So, give me a second, and I'm gonna come up with something to pull on. Do you guys just want to see what comes out? Because I did say this is just gonna be a chop it up and then see what comes out. I did say that. I'm just afraid. I don't want. Let me light this. I need to make sure. Oh no. I'm gonna light this and I'm gonna turn the light back on. That my energy does not bleed into y'all's reads. Okay. So let me clear this out, and then I'm gonna turn on this light. Did y'all hear that? I don't know why my mouth did that. I said, and then I'm gonna, like I was back in the 1902. And then I'm gonna come and read for y'all. Okay. Let me get this light back on. Like, what is the reason? All right. Let me clear my throat. I hope you don't mind my randomness. All right, let's see. What do we want to know right now? Here's the thing, like, do I want to do one big collective pull, or are we gonna, if we're gonna go by a sign, that means I need to set an intention on what we are pulling on. How about this? Let's do whatever comes out for each sign. Let's do that. Let's do that, because sometimes these collective pulls, sometimes the energy just like pulls in so many different directions, and it can get a little difficult to like try to hone in on like one storyline. We got 10 of Cups that just fell out, but I'm putting it back, and Two of Swords. So let me just say this, and then we'll start to go by sign. Somebody could be completely just like at a loss when it comes to how to get some sort of ultimate wish fulfillment, right? And when I say completely at a loss, I mean like legit have no idea. And so to that, what I would say is to become clear on what it is that you want. It can be easier said than done. Become clear on what it is that you want. Write it down. Think about it. Visualize it. Speak it out loud. Feel what it's gonna feel like to feel what it would be like. And think as is, act as is, speak at it as is. And I feel like that can be the hardest part, right? Even for myself, right? Even for myself. I do have to snap out of it sometimes, right? And by snap out of it, I mean snap out of my outside circumstances, right? So, getting what it is that you want, you start by practicing the skill of not allowing what's happening outside of you affect how inside of you feels, if that makes sense, right? So in the simplest form, let's just say like, okay, there's this house that I really want to manifest, right? I really want to get this house, okay? And let's say, you know, it's a decent house, right? It's nothing like super extravagant. For all intents and purposes, you feel as though this is absolutely possible, because that's the trick, right? If you don't feel like it's possible, then you're going to have a hard time trying to manifest it, right? So you feel as though, yes, this is absolutely possible. I just don't know how I'm going to get there. I just don't know how I'm going to get it, but I know it's something that I can get. I know I can have this house. It's feasible, right? But I got this going on, and I got this much in my bank account, and I got this happening over here, and actually this house is all the way in this country over there, and I don't know how I'm going to get that. Well, those are your outside circumstances. Those are things outside of yourself. Those are things that reflect a previous projection of yourself, right? The outside circumstances. So I hope you're following me. So everything that we're living right now is as a direct result of the things that we have told ourselves, be it intentionally, be it unintentionally, be it by the actions that you take, the things that you think, all right, the things that other people tell you, the way that you feel. That's a big one. The way that you feel. That is dictating everything that is happening to you right now. All right? The house that you live in, the car you drive, the job you have, the spouse you have. All right? That's what it is. If you start telling yourself a different story, after a while, you're going to start to see the things around you change. How do I know? Because I do it all the time. We all do it. We all do. The house that I have right now, direct reflection of the things that I told myself. My bedroom, I actually visualized it. The true story. I visualized it before I had ever seen it in person. Actual facts. Actual facts. I just came up with a picture in my mind. I just knew that the place that I was living before I lived here, it was time to move. It was time to go. And I knew that that had to happen. Nobody was going to make it happen except for me. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I just knew that it had to happen. So I started to visualize, and I started small. Okay, well, what is my bedroom going to look like? What is my bedroom going to look like? Where's my window going to be? That's what I'll do. I'll figure out where's my window going to be. That's what I did. Before I went to sleep at night, I would just lay in my bed and I would visualize and I would think about where my bedroom window was going to be. And lo and behold, my bedroom window is exactly the way that I visualized it. Actual facts. Like, I'm not saying this to just hear myself talk. Like, this is the truth. So I'm saying all this to say, to use that as a very, very, very simple one example of how we create our reality. All right. What I said in the live that I did prior to this, when I was speaking about the not, let me not, I was going to say the not Lionsgate portal, but let me not. About today, right? 8/8, August 8th. What I was saying, one of the things that I reiterated and will continue to reiterate is that we are very powerful beings, all right? You are more powerful than you know. All right? So use your power. Get what it is that you want. That's what I was saying about manifesting that house, perhaps using that as an example. You know, in another state, in another country, whatever the case may be, but it's still feasible. Not letting your outside circumstances dictate what you got going on inside. And I'm going to tie it, and I'm going to say that that's important because, again, what we are experiencing right now is a direct result of what we put out. All right? That's for you. Take it. So I could be experiencing bullshit. Bullshit in my outside life, right? And by outside life, I mean outside of my body, outside of my physical body, outside of my soul body, right? So everything that is happening around me, okay? And the reason why I could be experiencing that bullshit is because of, again, things that perhaps maybe I told myself last week or 3 months ago, right? Our life is a projection. So now, living this bullshit that I in the past projected into now, follow me, and I don't want to live in this bullshit anymore, right? So what am I going to start to do? I am going to start to ignore the shit that is around me, follow me, that is making me perhaps uncomfortable inside, right? Perhaps taking me out of the present moment. Right now, I have everything that I need, right? You follow me? So right now, you have everything that it is that you need. Okay? Now, I'm actually being like so dead ass serious. And the reason why you have everything that it is that you need right now is because you're existing. So with that, you may be feeling some external discomfort. Perhaps you might have a lot of shit going on around you that you don't particularly care for. Don't let that take you from your present moment. Because in your present moment, it's perfect. So you get those feelings, right? And you expand upon that, right? You practice staying in the present moment, okay? Again, you might have some bullshit happening. You might have some bullshit inside of you, right? Your foot might hurt, okay? You know, maybe your pinky is broken and you're in pain, okay? So it could feel like, you know, in this present moment, I have everything I need, but I'm in pain. All right, take that and imagine how good it's gonna feel when your pinky finger is no longer broken. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm actually being serious. This is how you make magic. This is how you create the reality, right? Your feelings, your emotions. So I'm going to say it one more time. How do you get what you want? Live as is. Speak as is. You behave as is. You feel as is. And by as is, I mean you feel what it is that you, whatever it is that you're wanting, right? How is it you're going to feel? What are the things that you're going to say? What are you going to wear? What are you going to eat? Who are you going to talk to? Okay? Role play in your head. What is that going to be like? Are you going to get up and take a shower? Or are you going to get up and are you going to take 10 jumping jacks? Like, what is your day going to look like? Okay? Start there. It might sound silly, but it's really not. And I promise you, when you start to see the result of that in your life, it's so empowering. But it's easy to forget. I'm telling you this because I have to remind myself sometimes, regularly. Sometimes it comes easy. Sometimes it does not. But I'm also of the belief that things are only as easy as we make them. So, hope that helps. All right. Let's pull. Who are we going to start for? Well, I guess we can start for Leo since we are in Leo season. Let's start with Leos. Let's see the messages that want to come out from our wonderful, fabulous Leos. Let me take a sip of my water out of my Empress cup. Let me take a little sip first. Hold on. All right, we'll do Virgo next, okay? We'll do Virgo next. We'll do fire, earth, fire, earth, fire, earth. How about that? Okay? Okay. All right. So, okay, well, look. It looks like we got an order coming. So we'll do Leo, then we'll do Virgo, then we'll do Aries next. Because I see you're coming. You want to do Aries. So the next earth sign to comment, we'll do that next. All right, let's go Leo, Leos. Leo. It feels so good to be you. What's on my Leos? How y'all doing? Is there anybody else out there that's a Leo moon? Like moi? What message or messages from our wonderful, fabulous Leos? Ooh, you know what? There's a whole little chunk that fell out. Let's see. I guess we're gonna take it. Let's see. King of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 5 of Cups. So just give me a second. Let me look at y'all. Let me look at this. All right, let me just see really quick before I say this. Why is this 5 of Cups here? Why is the 5 of Cups here? Okay. Y'all just got a whole like little storyline here. Just want to come out. Just one card couldn't come out. Just 4 right off the bat. And 4 more. Boom, boom. I said, why is the 5 of Cups here? All right. Okay. Perhaps maybe somebody neglected to do something. All right. So what this is giving, my loves. I feel like somebody might be in a state of light regret. Maybe light regret. Perhaps over making maybe like what is a smart decision, or what was considered a smart decision, or what is considered a smart decision, perhaps surrounding maybe some sort of stability or a job even. I feel like, okay, so what I'm getting is perhaps there was this very well could be like about a job or money. I feel like someone chose to be smart, and I feel like it could have been at the expense of, if not like yourself or your own personal feelings, someone else's feelings. And I feel like there could be some, you know, I don't even know if regret is the word. Maybe maybe like remorse, or I don't know that regret is the word. But I also don't know that remorse is the word. So I guess what I'm getting, like, sorry, like, I'm, you know, sorry kind of thing, I guess. All right. And this has everything to do with some sort of like past situation, perhaps maybe with someone who is considered to be nurturing, or like a mother figure perhaps, or like a feminine maybe. Anyway, it looks like someone is contemplating some sort of like new opportunity, or like yeah, I don't really know how else to say that. I was trying to find another way to say a new opportunity. But that's what this is giving. A new opportunity. Or let me just see. Why is the Fool here? Looks like it could also be too that someone could be like maybe reminiscing with fondness about someone or something. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, I did say this was about a job. Yeah, so this is giving like maybe there's some sort of we'll say apologetic, because remorse isn't the word, regret isn't the word, but there could be someone, and I don't know where you are in this, my wonderful fabulous Leo, but there could be someone who is feeling perhaps apologetic, we'll say that, about the way that something was handled, perhaps maybe delivered, shared. Because I feel like whatever this is, it was considered a smart decision, but it also, like I said, was at like the expense of another in some way, shape, or form. Maybe kids might have been impacted in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. But it has definitely something to do with some sort of like past connection. Okay. And I feel like someone could be considering, so I just I just heard this song. Probably gonna go over a lot of people's heads, but it's from back in the day from this group called TLC. And the song that I just heard is "Let's Do It Again, Do It, Do It." So I don't know, but it could be something that someone is considering like revisiting. But for whatever reason, there could be some risk involved. Leo, what y'all got me reading on, chat? I was trying to do, I mean, I guess I have time. I was trying to do like quick little blurbs for everybody, but this is like kind of involved. Taurus energy could be of significance. Let's see what this one is over here that just been chilling. Sagittarius energy could be of significance. Okay. Yeah, there's a decision that was made. Okay. There's a decision that was made, I feel like, as far as someone's like work or profession or how they get money, right? Their job. And whatever, you know, maybe you had to move away for a job, or someone had to do something that caused pain. And I feel like there's now a desire to bring balance to whatever this is. Okay. Like I said, I don't feel like regret or like remorse is a part of this. It's more or less apologetic, but like I had to do what I had to do just to get this money kind of thing. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. For some, it might involve a child. So maybe this had something to do with maybe leaving a child behind or something like that. Especially with this Empress energy. Like I said, a mother figure could be. in here somewhere. It's not extremely clear, but what I can say is that I feel like someone has been really maybe obedient, maybe patient, and stayed true to, again, what it is that they feel like was the best thing for them to do. We have Aquarius energy out here as well. Okay, so now that I done talked about that, let me just see. What are we trying to find out? There's a desire to heal something. Let's see what that is all about. All right. What can you tell me about this? So perhaps maybe whatever this is, again, whatever this smart decision that was made, perhaps it was just handled recklessly. It was handled impulsively. And that is where the apologetic, I guess, energy comes in. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here? Okay. All right. Well, now it's starting to come together. Okay, so let me just tell you, we got Cancer, Aries, I think I already said Aquarius, Sagittarius, Capricorn energy that could be of significance. Also a farm, something about a farm. A farm could be of significance as well. But I feel like someone stalled something or decided not to take action, so that they could either go after work or like make money, right? Maybe start a business, whatever that might mean for you. Something involving money, some sort of opportunity to grow stability. I feel like someone decided to do that, okay? Whatever that might mean for you. Okay, I'm not going to try to just dissect it because it's a lot, all right? The decision to do that, though, could have been made impulsively, maybe somewhat recklessly, maybe somewhat at a discard for how others might be impacted, okay? And it does seem like there is an opportunity that is presenting itself to so what I'm specifically hearing is make things look better. Make things look better. Do we want things to just look better, or do we want them to actually be better? But what I heard was make things look better. So I don't know. I don't know where you are in this, but this is what's coming out for Leo, okay? But what I do know is that I feel like either something is about to come to light or something just came to light or something. Let's see if we can find out. Change. Why is it? The Lovers. I was looking for that. I was looking for that earlier because I said that there was a choice that was made. I was feeling like there was like a choice that was made. There was a decision that was made. I was looking for the Lovers and I didn't see it, but there it is. There was a decision that was made. There was a choice that was made. Head over heart decision. We'll say that. And I feel like it was made impulsively. And I just keep hearing a farm. So I don't know. Somebody working on a farm? Left to go work on a farm? Or is working on a farm? Or something. Something about that. I don't know. Gemini energy has now entered the chat. But yeah. Anyway, so it seems like a decision was made about that. All right. Maybe some children might have been involved. Okay. Maybe a child might have been created as a result of something. And that's why there's this apologetic energy. Nonetheless, there's a desire to, like, I don't know, meeting of the minds, put in work. Someone might be trying to create an opportunity as well. to make things look good, to bring balance to a situation, a circumstance. I do feel like someone did have some sort of like realization, or perhaps maybe something that they were running from or hiding from, that they no longer can run from or hide from anymore. That happened. Okay, all right. What is the message? Because this is, I hope this makes sense to somebody, child, because this is not making sense to me. What is the message? Not the TV just started playing, child. Hold on. 8 of Wands. Okay. So you may, let me just see really quick. One more for this. Ace of Cups. Okay. Well, listen. It's not upright, but it's not reverse. Somebody might, listen, you might receive like someone, maybe you might be sending or you might be receiving, because I don't know where you fall in this at all, Leo. But somebody might be sending or receiving some sort of expression of love, okay? Expression of emotion, all right? This could be like a gift. It could be a message with these wands. We had 8 of Wands. I do feel like it's coming in swiftly, quickly, soon, all right? That's relative. Soon could be 10 minutes from now. Soon can be next month, okay? It's relative. But I do feel like that is the case, all right? And why? Let's do this. Yeah, we'll say why. Why? Because whatever this is has been sat on. Like whatever emotion, or if it's a gift, right? It's going to be coming from a place or as a result of emotion that has not been expressed, that has not been spoken. And I feel like it could provide balance or bring balance to a situation, all right? My eyes keep getting brought back to this Lover's card over here, so just let me just see what I need to get from this. Yeah, so heavy on Sagittarius is sticking out tough for me. I feel like that's of relevance. So I don't know, maybe you have Sagittarius in a prominent placement, but maybe this individual could be a Sagittarius or a Gemini or a Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces. So that's damn near everybody. But I would say to expect, not dwell, but expect some sort of message or gift that is going to come from a place of unspoken emotion. All right. Now, this might not even be like it might be it very much might be like a physical gift, right? Or like a physical, like an actual message, like a text or a letter or a card. But also make sure that you are staying in alignment and staying in tune, because it could also be something telepathic, right? A download, a knowing, or like an understanding that you maybe didn't have yesterday that you have today, or whatever the case might be. It might be a telepathic message. I'm just called to say that, so, all right? I don't want you to be like, she said I was going to get a gift and I ain't got nothing, right? Make sure you're staying in alignment, okay? Because you're going to get something. You're going to get something. I feel like that is the message, though, to just kind of stay. There's going to be some sort of, be it understanding, message, clarity. Although it really is giving like a message, like some sort of communication, some sort of outpouring of emotion, pure, raw emotion. All right. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean, you know, bawling and kneeling at your feet, child. It could literally be, you know, I'm sorry that I left the way that I did, right? Or I'm sorry that I moved across the country to go farm. I cannot get away from this farm. Somebody is a farmer, okay? But I'm sorry that I left to go farm and I didn't take your feelings into consideration, okay? Y'all, I'm just kind of pulling shit out my ass, just using it as an example. But just, that's what this is kind of giving, right? You know, I'm sorry I left you at the crib with our kid for 5 months by yourself while I worked across the country, whatever the case may be, right? Because I do, like I said, I do feel like maybe children are relevant for some of you guys. I wish that I didn't handle it that way, right? I'm truly sorry, right? I'm truly apologetic. Like I said, not regretful because money's behind this. But I'm sorry, right? That's what this is giving. For some of you guys, though, my eyes are being drawn to this. For some of you guys, there might be somebody from your past. And there goes another farm reference. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's like a farm over yonder in the backyard, in the background. So if you're watching this, whenever this is, and you know a farm is relevant, can you please let me know? Please let me know. Let me know. But what I was going to say is that there's somebody from someone's past that maybe you had a little something with. I'm looking at this water. My eyes are being drawn to this water. Water is emotion, okay? My wonderful, fabulous Leos, who may be a Sagittarius with this temperance, who may be very, very good looking, okay? Who could be coming back around. All right. Or you may be being granted, I guess you could say, granted, like given an opportunity. There may be an opportunity that arises to bring balance to whatever this is. All right. Just make sure that you're not reckless with it. Because perhaps if this is, well, I'm being called to say this, so I'm going to say it. So perhaps part of what might have sent this individual, I guess, away to go farm. Just kidding. The reason why things were the way they were is because maybe you might have handled something recklessly. All right. So careful that when this opportunity presents itself again, that you are not reckless, that you do handle it with care, my love. All right. You nurture, you give to, if this is what you're wanting, right? Because I don't know what this is at all. But that you're nurturing, okay? You're not being reckless, okay? So what I'm being shown, I'm literally being shown like a newborn baby. And you know when babies are newborn and their heads will be like bobbling everywhere and you gotta like hold their head, right? You have to handle them with care. That's the visual that I'm being shown with regard to whatever this situation is, okay? If you know what it is I'm talking about, then you know. I hope you do, because I don't. Make sure that it is handled with care. All right. Don't rush whatever it is. All right. My wonderful, fabulous Leos. Okay. So there could be a thing too where however this resonates with you in the past with whoever else is in this, there might not have been, how can I say this? Because I was going to say communication, there might not have been good communication, but I don't get that. But I feel like perhaps maybe communication could have been better, and that maybe everyone involved could have been a little bit more honest. Yeah, but that's not what I'm getting. Maybe collaborative. So what I'm hearing specifically, teamwork makes the dream work, right? So take it, I guess, if it's yours. All right, so we're just going to wrap this up because I feel like this can go on, and there are a couple different, completely different storylines that I'm getting, and I really can't find a way to tie them together. So Leo, take from that what you will. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to get, we'll pull, you know what? We're just going to look at the bottom of the deck. I was going to say we'll pull a few for advice, but we're just going to look at this right here. So move on, move forward. All right. Let cycles close so that new ones can open. Okay. You cannot enter, be it with certain individuals or certain opportunities. You cannot fully start a new cycle if your foot is still in the door of one you need to let go. Okay. With this Fool, you have to be willing to fully like blindly trust. Okay. A lot of times we get in our own way. And then Leo, I guess I'm preaching to y'all because this is y'all's read, but take it whether or not you're Leo. A lot of times we get in our own way when it comes to just everything, many different things, right? We talk ourselves out of things. We let fear run us. We let fear rule us. What if? Okay, I can't. All right, it's not gonna work. It's not safe. It's not a good idea. For as good as what ifs can be, they can be equally harmful. Take from that what you will, my love. But as far as closing advice for you, Leos, child, I hope that made sense to you, okay? And if it didn't, I'm that's what I got. All right, that's what I got. Move forward. Keep your head up. Stay intentional. Listen, if you get some sort of like heartfelt, emotional, whatever, please just be open. All right, let bygones be bygones. Don't rush anything. Make sure that you're communicating. Make sure that you are communicating, advocating for yourself, right? Speaking up, okay? If you need to apologize, then do that. If you need to let some shit go, let some shit go. So new shit can come to you, okay? All right, so I hope that was able to help in some way, shape, or form. Where are we at? Let me see. We're at, oh shit, damn, that was long. Okay. I need to get a pen. We're gonna do Virgo next. Give me a second. Let me get a pen. One of my least favorite things to do when it comes to lives is timestamp because it's so time consuming and it makes it so much easier if I can do it while I'm doing it. So we're gonna say Virgo is gonna start at let's put Virgo at 54. All right. Virgo. We're gonna switch decks. Let's switch it up. Virgo. Let's see what wants to come out for y'all. Listen, I hope that it is not all twisty and turny like Leos. No shade, Leos, but listen. All right, Spirit, let me get a clear, concise message from my wonderful, fabulous Virgos. Clear, concise, all right? Clear, concise. Let's see what wants to come out for you guys. Let's see. Let me take a sip of my water. Virgos, Virgo energy. I heard, so there's this Bryson Tiller song. What is it called? I think it might be called Overtime. I've been working, putting in overtime. So that's playing in my head right now. All right. Oh, well. 10 of Cups just fell out. I didn't even need to pull that. So 10 of Cups, first card out. The Star. Okay, I like it. And let me get one more. And ones, okay. All right. So, honestly, what this is giving, someone could be in an energy right now of, doing what it is that they want to do. And by doing what it is that they want to do, I mean, unapologetically, yeah, but like doing what makes them happy. Or perhaps that could be like your focus, right? I'm focused on literally choosing me, right? Doing things that are going to make me happy, right? Perhaps maybe like doing all of the things that I told myself that I couldn't do, but I know that I can, and I'm going to do it. Someone might be working on something that makes them happy. All right, maybe starting some sort of new project that they really enjoy, perhaps. Someone could be feeling really, really optimistic about it. Someone have a renewed sense of hope, right? A renewed sense of, yeah, I can actually do what makes me happy, right? I might not be the best at it yet, but it makes me happy. Okay. All right, well, what's the message? What is the message? What is the message for my Virgos? Okay, options. I got options. Oh, and wish fulfillment. I love that. So what this is giving is goal setting. Okay, yes. Definitely want to set some goals. I just heard use what you got to get what you want, okay? So that kind of seconds this energy of doing what makes you happy, right? Perhaps some sort of like creative endeavor. And creative is so broad, okay? So apply it how it fits, but something that makes you happy, all right? Something that makes you feel fresh, right? Something that makes you... that puts you in an energy of like, oh, I'm walking outside and I can like smell the flowers and it's just so, you know, day is lovely, right? But just that kind of energy, right? I'm doing what makes me happy. And I'm setting goals while I'm doing it. So make sure that you are doing that too. That you're just not like aimlessly less la-di-da-di-da, like I'm doing what it is that I love to do, right? I'm finally opening up my shop, or I'm finally, you know, bought that paint and easel, you know, I'm finally selling my art, but whatever it is that you got going on, make sure, or that you will have going on, right? That you are planning on having going on as far as your happiness goes and your comfort goes and your life goes. Make sure that you are setting goals and taking inspired action to make those goals a reality. All right, bring them into fruition. What else? What is the message? Why? One more. Stability. Well, I mean, it's very Virgo of you. Okay, so there could be some uncertainty around what might be the best what might bring the best outcome, or what might be the most stable, or what is going to be the best financially, perhaps. I feel like, yeah, there could be some uncertainty surrounding that. It's like, it's almost like, is what is going to make me happy, or why can't I talk? Is what is making me happy, right? Or is what is going to make me happy smart? What can I do to get the best possible outcome, to make the most, to build the best, strongest foundation, to build the biggest possible bank account that I can? It's just given that there's some uncertainty surrounding that. What is the advice? What is the advice? Child, don't give up. I wanted to make sure that these weren't reversed, and they're not. But I guess Definitely don't walk away. Whatever it is that you're thinking about starting to do, or you just started doing, that makes you happy, or you about to start to do that makes you happy. If you know what it is I'm talking about, then you know what it is I'm talking about, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But don't walk away from that. The advice is legit. Like, do not walk away from it, okay? Keep on trucking. Yeah, go after what makes your heart happy. Be diligent, persistent. I feel like you need to plan for diligence, meaning having to do something multiple times. So yeah, so you might, I don't know what you got going on, but you might have to do something more than one time over, like multiple times. So don't walk away, right? Diligent, be disciplined, don't stop. Okay, because as long as you do that, I feel like things are going to suddenly and drastically just continue to get better for you, Virgo. Well, that's fabulous. I love that for you. I love that for you. It's literally a succession, right? So we have 8, 9, 10. So 8 of Cups. But like I said, this 8 of Cups energy, the way it's coming out, it's not upright. It's giving don't walk away. It's giving don't give up with this 9 of Cups, because your ultimate wish fulfillment, you're already going after it. And you're going to get it. And you're going to get it. All right? All right, Virgo. Short and sweet. Hope that helped. All right, who did I say we were doing after Virgo? Aries. Aries. What's up, my Aries? How y'all doing? Let me see. What are we at? What is this? Hour and 2 minutes. Aries. So let's do 103. For Aries. All right, let me see what deck. Actually, I need to get another deck because none of these decks are calling for me for Aries. So, sorry, Aries. Give me a second. I gotta go to my library of decks. Let's see. What deck are we gonna use for Aries? Hold on. They just threw a whole wrench in the game, child. What deck? Bear with me, y'all. 'Cause I don't know. You know what? We're gonna use this deck. This deck done pissed me off the last time I used it. So I'll put it back. But we will use this deck. This is the Mystic Fairy Tarot. None of these decks are, like, they're literally looking at me like, no, we're not. This is not the deck that we're going to use. So, all right. This is the deck we'll use. Where am I going to put my little book? So I'm actually going to have to re-timestamp Aries since it is no longer an hour and 3 minutes. We're at... and how many seconds? We'll do 33 seconds. Boo, 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 boo. All right, Aries, let's see. What is the message? Whatever comes out, my loves. Whatever comes out. Aries, let me make sure I'm over here. Not. Hold on. All right, let's go. Message. Oh, I'm glad I looked. Messages for my wonderful, fabulous Aries. Aries. All right, messages, please. Let's hone in on one message, please. Let's hone in on one, please. Just one storyline, please, if we can. Strongest energy, please. For my wonderful, fabulous Aries. So I'm being called to pull before speaking with this. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull 5 cards, and then we will go from there, my loves. All right. 2 more. So we have the World, Ace of Swords, and High Priestess, horizontal, pointing towards the right. It's future energy. Let me get 2 more. This is for Aries. I said 2 more and 3 more came out. So, and this came out face down. So let me just see. Heavy contemplation, stuck energy, face down. Okay. 2 of Pentacles. All right. So, like I said, I was called to pull all of them before I started speaking on them. So that's what I did. I feel like, Aries, listen. First card out is the World. All right. You are at the beginning of a new cycle. All right. And I feel like, something is becoming clear. If something has not become clear to you, then it will be. I feel like clarity is here for you. It might not be just here for you, like right just yet, but it's like coming. The reason why I say that is because we have this High Priestess energy out here. The High Priestess is horizontal, pointing towards the right. That does speak to future energy. So I feel like clarity is here for you, but I also at the same time feel like it's gonna be like I don't want to use that word. Now I gotta tell you. So the word I heard was dribbled. The fuck? Like dribbled, but like dribbled to you. We'll just say breadcrumbs, okay? Like given to you in little doses. We'll say that. Clarity in little doses. I do feel like the reason why it is presenting, I love how, thank you, Aries. This energy is just coming in clearly, all right, and concise. Happy and grateful for that. Thank you. So the reason for that, though, I feel is that it's almost like, okay, follow me, okay? It's almost like you have to spoon feed yourself the information. That's what I heard, so that's what I'm saying. Because what this is feeling like is whatever it is that you're becoming clear on, I feel like you already are clear, or like you already know, but it's like too much to know at one time. Okay, how can I make this make sense? I don't even know how I can put this into words, but basically what I'm getting from this is like, I'm trying to find a simple way to say this. Okay. Something about like the full picture, like the full picture can't be shown, or like the full picture, something about like the full understanding of something, or like the full view is like too much to handle or something, like too overwhelming maybe. So it's like you're being given it in pieces. Okay, I really hope that makes sense. I'm trying my best to explain. That's like the only really way that I can think to say this. Like, it's like, but here's the thing. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I'm not getting like oh, they can't know because it's too much. It's too bad. Like, that's not, it's like, I feel like, you're going to have to listen to your intuition on this one, my love. This is where you really need to use discernment, okay? And really hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, okay? And feel it, because it's kind of cryptic. For as concise and clear as this is, it's kind of cryptic. But yeah, so I guess if you know, you know. Or maybe you'll come to know. But you're at the start of a new cycle, boo, okay? Clarity is here, but you're being spoon-fed the clarity because it's like too much, or like too grand. Oh, okay. Some of you guys could be pessimists. All right. Thank you, Spirit, because I was in my head like, I don't understand. Like, make this make sense, okay? I feel like you are being like breadcrumbed or like spoon-fed clarity, or like making sense out of something. You're only being allowed this information in pieces because there's an underlying sense of like pessimism. Let me see what's at the bottom of this deck. Huh. Somebody could spend a lot of time working as well. And a lot of time in their head thinking negative ass shit. That's exactly what this is. Okay. Somebody has a habit of being very pessimistic, and talking themselves out of shit. Hurting their own self with this 3 of Swords, okay? And maybe making impulsive decisions based on that. Maybe even lying to yourself with the 7 of Swords. So that's why, okay? I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. But that's what this is giving, okay? So, again, clarity is here. You're in a new cycle, a new chapter. Some of you guys might be traveling, okay? Maybe going on a little vacation or something like that, you know? Maybe moving, all right? Maybe opening an online business with this worldwide web thing that we got going on in this deck. But again, something that perhaps maybe you have been unclear about, you are going to start to get little bits and pieces of clarity and answers on. And the reason why is because if you were to be given the whole everything, you would talk yourself out of it, you would lie to yourself out of it, you would hurt your feelings out of it. And I'm just going by based off of what I pulled and then put back, and then what I was given. Yeah, so it's like, you know what I just heard? Again, I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling you what I just heard. I just heard, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. That's what I just heard. Okay? So, you're being spoon-fed this information because perhaps, you know, given the big picture, you might mess it up for yourself. Okay? Yeah. It's kind of what this is giving. I will say, there's an energy of being stuck with this hangman. Okay, it's actually called a hanged fae. So don't give me the nice hanged fae, but hangman, right? And conflicted with the 5 of Swords that we have. This is actually a really beautiful deck. But like this deck and this deck, like the little fairies, they're actually sitting, they're actually like, I don't know, like conflicted, like I really don't know. So I love that. The imagery is just great, right? Perhaps maybe not really sure like what to juggle, or maybe what to let go of or what to let fall. There's uncertainty there. But again, I feel like it's going to be made clear, Aries. I don't really want to drag this out because your message just came like boom, boom, boom. Kind of like Virgo. It just came, right? But I feel like the message isn't done, so I'm going to pull a couple more, but I feel like that's the main gist of it. The clarity that you're seeking is coming, and it's coming in pieces because apparently you can't handle the truth. Apparently, you're a little bit of a pessimist, my love. And you know what? It is what it is, okay? If that's the case, that's okay. Rewind this and go watch my whole little spiel in the beginning of this when I first started. When I was talking about manifestation and not allowing your outside circumstances to dictate how it is that you feel, because you, especially if you are not feeling your outside circumstances. Damn, the shit went out again. Especially if you're not feeling your outside circumstances, because all you're gonna do is just bring more of that into your life, right? All right, let me turn this light back on. Hold on. Watch out, Maggie. I'm sorry. I woke my little dog up. I'm sorry, Patch. I'm sorry. I'm coming. I am. Thank you for rolling with me, though. Rocking with me. Sticking around. Okay. I done pissed my dog off. I done pissed Magic off, child. She looking at me, giving me the evil eye. My bad. I'm sorry. She was laying comfortably. All right, let me just get a couple more for Aries, and then we're going to move on. Who are we doing after Aries? Did we see? Let me see. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just see. I'm just looking to see who we got coming after Aries. I think we're gonna do Taurus after Aries. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think. Yep. We'll do Taurus next. All right. Sorry. Thank you for your patience, Aries. While I paused y'all to see who's next. All right. Let me get two more, please, and we'll close it out, and then we will move on. I really want some cherries right now. But I don't think it's cherry season. All right, two more for Aries. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Focus. Two more. All right. Listen. Hey, kind of what I said. Listen. You're in the start of a new cycle. Embrace it. Okay? Embrace it. I also feel the need to say, please try to, and I know, listen, I know it might be hard to tell sometimes because I be so bubbly, but feel me when I say, I know that it can get hard to look at the bright side, right? Or to find silver linings. But for whatever it is that you have going on, my love, I feel like it's imperative for you to start to look instead of that's what it is. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, I feel like it is very important for you to focus on what could go right. Because spirit, the universe, your higher self, whatever it is that you want to say, is literally at a point where they're like, we're only spoon feeding you information right now because your pessimism is too strong. So I'm just the messenger, but I just strongly want you to understand the magnitude of this. It is important for you to focus on what could go right instead of what could go wrong, okay? In this new chapter in your life, that is what you need to do. Okay? You got abundance out here for you, my love. All right? Options, okay? Let her know it's like a closeout so a better one can come in for you, my love. All right? It starts with you, baby. It starts with you. You have to look on the bright side. Not spirit spoon feeding you. Breadcrumbing you. Because you have you be doing too much in your mind. Focus on, and you know what? I will say this, to be fair, right? We are a product of our environment, okay? So it could be that the life that you have lived has taught you to search for risk first. All right? That's a lot of us, right? That's a lot of us. But it's very strong in you, and to the point where it's like it's coming out of your read. Like I said, your higher self, spirit, the universe, God, whatever it is you subscribe to is literally like, no, we're only spoon feeding. Answers are only going to be given in pieces. Because you have the power to create your own reality, right? Kind of like I said in the beginning of this when I first started this as well. And if you knew fully what was in store for you, where your mental is right now, with the power that you have, it would self-destruct. Listen, this is not me. I know that sounds really harsh, but I'm just giving you the energy that I am channeling. This is what I am hearing, and this is why things have to be this way. All right? So your assignment is to focus on all of the things that could go right and not all the things that could go wrong, all right? All right. Hope that helped. Taurus, you're next, my loves. Let's see where we're at time-stampy wise. Let me see. Is this still going? I can't tell because this. Hold on, my little thing is frozen. Let me see. Okay, there we at. All right, Taurus. Hold on, let me fix this. Y'all, in a second. I'm finna go put on some sweats real quick, okay? And come back and do these. Because now, it's starting to get late. I done been in this shit all day. I'm trying to be comfortable. And right now, I'm not. This shirt that I love so much is getting on my motherfucking nerves. So in a second, I'm going to go throw on a sweatshirt before I finish these. Let me just do Taurus really quick, though. Taurus, please. And you know what? Yeah, let's use this deck for Taurus, but let me clear it out real quick. Taurus, how is it going? How are you feeling? Are you feeling beautiful? Because you are. You are beautiful. In every single way. For real. Why did the smoke just went out? Just disrespectful. All right. Here we go. Taurus. Let me clear this out for my Taurus. My wonderful, fabulous Taurus. Let me shuffle a few times. I really have the munchies, guys. Let me see. Who all do we have to do after Taurus? We still got to do, is the Sagittarius and Capricorn. Okay. We're going to go through these because I want a snack. It's time for me to have a snack. It's snack time. And I want to get comfy. Taurus, let me get messages from my wonderful, fabulous Taurus. Let me do the timestamp. Where are we at? Somebody could have been born in 1984, 1986, or not. That's what I got. So that's what I had to say. All right. Or something about those numbers could be relevant. Taurus. All right. Let me get 3, please. I feel like someone is uncertain how to handle something in their life, and I feel like it's something good. There's some sort of like bright side, or I feel like something good that someone has been given, or that is happening to someone, or that has just happened. And I feel like there's uncertainty with regard to how to handle it. Okay, there could be some okay. This could be like an asset of some sort, okay? That might have to be divided amongst people. That's real specific. So the good thing that I said that somebody either has or just got or is involved in, There could be some, maybe like some outside competition for it. All right. And there could be some uncertainty with regard to how to handle that. I feel like as a result, someone could have decided to keep something close to their chest. What is happening, my Taurus? Child, let's... It's okay. It's okay. I'm here. I'm here. All right. What is this? Okay. Could have everything to do with a relationship of any sort. Okay? Some sort. Okay? Could be a familiar relationship. Could be a romantic relationship. Okay? Could be a relationship with oneself. Honestly. More, please. Is someone contemplating like either marriage or like a proposal or something? A marriage or a proposal or like some sort of like serious commitment? Because this is giving that someone is either afraid of doing something too fast or feels like they might have done something too fast or like doesn't want to do something too fast or is like feeling stuck by something done too fast. There could also be some uncertainty with regard to perhaps maybe how to go about this. I don't know. Is somebody contemplating like some like marriage or what? Let me get one for this, please. Well, now we have a match out here. So is somebody like contemplating a proposal or something? Oh yeah, I just keep getting a marriage or like a I feel like someone could be maybe contemplating as to whether or not something is gonna work, or if it's gonna work, or if it's too soon, maybe. That could be the good thing that is happening in somebody's life, right? Like the relationship could be really good, all right? This could also maybe be like a work relationship or like maybe some sort of contract or something. I was just trying to see another way that this could be looked at because this is very much giving like proposal, marriage. I'm not gonna lie, that's what this is giving. Hold on, piece of lint or like hair or something. I don't see it, but I felt it. Anyway, and being smart about this. Making smart decisions like for the future or like how something is going to work, how this is going to work. I do feel like someone feels like they did something too quickly or like the potential is there to do something too quickly. Why is the Five of Wands here? Why is the Five of Wands here? Okay. Someone could be uncertain with regard to maybe how to... As far as their stability is concerned, that could be a big factor coming into play with regard to this, whatever this is. What? Let me get one more. Just one more. Because I can't get past this, like, it's face down. Of course it is. Okay, so straight up, I just feel like this is either about like a relationship going to the next level, right? Whatever that might be. Maybe like a proposal, okay, or marriage. And whether or not something was done too quick or if it's too soon to do something, and if it's going to work. That's what this is giving. So it's like, this is a good thing in theory, but there's like mental space with regard to like doing something the right way. Perhaps maybe somebody is really, really traditional, perhaps, or is worried about like being traditional. Let me just tell you the signs. So we have Leo, Pisces, Taurus. That's what we have for Libra. That's what we have for major arcana. Okay, what is the advice? Let me just get one for advice, please. I don't know what I be asking for. I be asking specifically. Can I get one car? Can I get 4 cars? And very rarely do it be that. I said 1 and 2 came out. All right. Oh, okay. And this came out face down. I'm not sure where you are in this. Okay, I don't know if you are the one who is like contemplating some sort of proposal or some sort of maybe like drastic work contract shit. Because that's really the only other thing that would really kind of fit with what it is that I'm seeing. Somebody has a toxic habit, all right? An unhealthy way of being that they are very much aware of, okay? And that could be complicating this, all right? Specifically, somebody might have like a wandering eye if this is about like a relationship. Something that somebody needs to like fix is what this is giving, okay? Apply it as it is. And then the fact that this came out face down, this is something that maybe someone doesn't want to face or see or talk about or confront or admit, but is here at the table. And I feel like you know what it is. Or they know what it is, okay? There's no question about that. So with that, okay, I feel like I don't even know how to say this. I feel like maybe what needs to be done is maybe approach whatever this is, whatever. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to yawn in y'all's face. But approach whatever this is from a lighthearted space. From a lighthearted, open, honest, like innocent place. Yeah, there's a way of being that someone does need to put down. Choosing not to acknowledge something does not make it disappear. Okay? Truth is here. So there might be a need for someone to face some truth, but the advice with regard to whatever this is, whatever it is that you got going on, approach it with an understanding that truth is here. You are going to have to be honest with yourself. In what way? I'm not sure, because I don't know where you fall in this, my love. And look at things from like an innocent, untarnished perspective, okay? It seems like a really weird place to end this. So with regard regard to whether or not something is going to work, I feel like whatever this is that someone might be questioning if it's going to work, it will if you put in the work. Okay? I hope that helps. I hope that helps. All right? And I hope that made sense to whoever it needed to make sense to. Moving on, we're at our final two. We got we'll do Sagittarius because we're just coming off of Taurus. All right, Sagittarius. All right, but yeah, Taurus, you know, I feel like there's more that wanted to come out, but as you heard me on, I ain't got it in me. I don't. Okay, hit me up for a personal read. Okay, www.aprettyliltarot.com. I got you. All right, or you could just subscribe and hang out, and maybe your energy will get pulled on for the reads that I post. Okay, all right, Sagittarius, my wonderful, fabulous. What are we at, Sagittarius? Oh, my Sagittarius. How is it going, my loves? Let me take a little sip of this water. Throat is dry as shit. Not only am I thirsty, okay, but I want a snack. It's okay, I'll get there. And why is this? I hope that my shit is not freezing, because looking at this, my little thing over here, like, it looks like it's frozen. So I guess I just won't pay attention to that, because the numbers are still going up from what I could see. My very, very, very blurry vision. It looks like they are. So actually, let me update the time. Okay. Listen, if you were born with perfect vision, please don't take that shit for granted. I mean that with my whole heart, okay? Because I don't know what that's like. And millions of people don't know what it's like to be able to just wake up and just see clearly. That must be nice. Must be nice. All right, Sagittarius is my Sagittarius. My Sagittarius is, you know what? We're not using this deck. Clearly it doesn't want to be used, okay? Let's use this one. Okay, there we go. This is better. That other energy was just a little bit too heavy for you guys. A little bit too heavy for you guys. Sagittarius. What's going on? Hold on, write this down. Sag, and that was Taurus, and that was yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Y'all going outside. Outside. Let me stop. It's kind of what this energy is giving, though. But on some real, what this is giving, I feel like, okay, careful that we're not numbing our pain. So when I first started this live, child, go back to the beginning, and I was like fighting back tears of it. I was speaking to pain and how sometimes we have to dig really, really, really deeply, all right? And look really, really deeply, but through pain, there are lessons. Saying all this to say, pain is out here, all right? So just careful that you're not numbing your pain, whatever that might mean for you. Careful you're not numbing it. It is important to feel it, okay? Because there's a message and a lesson in it. Plus, you'll move through it faster if you just feel it, all right? Numbing it is just going to extend it and, like, make it last longer and more painful and shit. It's just better just feel the shit and move through it. That being said, this is giving the energy of someone who wants to go outside. They going outside. And it looks like because of some sort of hurt or pain. Coming out of one's shell, right? But at the same time, this is also giving I'm over here joking, you know, going outside, but for real, I do feel as though there was some pain. There could have been some sort of betrayal. But I do feel like on the flip side, though, that is helping to bring someone out of their shell. All right. And perhaps maybe look at things, look at life, look at the world with a new lens. Interesting how in the beginning of this I was talking about waking up and being able to see clearly, but like for real, looking at things maybe even more colorfully. Okay, just careful that you're not numbing your pain. Let me just get one really quick for what this pain is about. It didn't want to come out. It didn't want to come out. So definitely, perhaps, maybe someone someone might have lost a loved one, but at the same time, this could also have to do with some sort of like nurturing energy, caring energy, kind energy, loving energy that perhaps was at the root of this pain. Okay, I just heard, okay, maybe someone presented, maybe there was like a betrayal. Maybe someone presented one way, presented as if they were nurturing energy, and they're just not. One more for this. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. It could have been at the hands of someone. Maybe a Taurus energy. Maybe not. Maybe Virgo. Okay. Maybe not. But I do feel like someone's guard is up high towards another. And I do feel like it has everything to do with the pain that I encourage you to go on ahead and feel. So you can go on ahead and work through it. It might not be fun. It might not be comfortable. The shit probably fucking sucks. Trust me, I know. But there's a lesson in it, okay? And the sooner you learn the lesson, the sooner you can just move on with shit, okay? And all seriousness, I feel like that was a message, but what is the message? Nine of Pentacles. Focus on yourself. All right. Pour into yourself. Okay. For all intents and purposes, you could be pretty independent, right? But I feel like you should be self-centered right now. All right. Center yourself. Don't lose sight of that. And by that I mean of yourself. So with regard to this pain, I feel like losing oneself might have played a hand in that, or like played a part in that. Like you could have lost yourself to a situation, or like lost yourself to like a relationship or circumstance, perhaps. Like maybe even betrayed yourself, right? Or like maybe weren't so kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. You could feel like maybe you hung yourself out to dry. And as a result, your independence could be very significant or like important to you. But I will say it is important for you to center yourself. And I feel like, honestly though, I kind of feel like you're on that. Because you're looking at things for the new lens. Thanks to that pain, dare I say. What is the message, please, for my Sagittarius? My Sagittarius sees the lovers. Decisions. Everybody got choices. Why is the lovers here? Okay, one more. Okay. Okay, make sure that you're thinking things through. Make sure that you're thinking things through. Make sure that you're thinking things through. Okay, 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 make sure that you're thinking things th specifically where others are involved. Let me get one more for this. Let me get one more, please. One more for this before I say this. I said, what? I don't even know why I bothered to ask for an amount. I said one more. I got like, how many is this? 4 with this moon? Okay. But let me shut my mouth for a second and just see really quick. Okay, there's something that I feel like someone is not even aware of. I was going to say doesn't see, but I feel like is not aware of. This could have something to do with a Gemini energy. Actually, I'll just tell you. So we have Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Taurus, as far as major arcana go. This could have something to do with a family situation as well, like a family dynamic. There's something that someone is not seeing. And before I say this, I need to have the full. Why is this here? One more? Okay, listen. I'm not finna dig into this because I'm trying to move on so I can get my snacks and get in my sweats and be comfy. But I love y'all. But I've been at this for a little minute now. What this is giving, though, I feel like there could be a truth, maybe surrounding a Gemini energy or a partner, or maybe something having to do with this pain that someone is trying to run away with. If that makes sense, I don't know what you got going on, but that's kind of what this is giving. This also could have something to do with maybe someone's place of business or where they work, but there's something that someone needs to just if you're like little alarm bells, your intuition is going off, I feel like you should pay attention to that. All right? So that's like a little side message, I feel like, for somebody. And then also there can be some uncertainty, there could be some intense anxiety even with regard to how to move on, or like how to move forward. Again, it does seem like someone is having some realizations and coming out of their shell, or will be coming out of their shell outside, okay? But at the same time, there's some very real like life shit that they're worried about. Yeah, like how to move, maybe how to move, or like how to make something happen, like involving a move, or maybe how to like close something out. I feel like that is if that is making sense, right? If that resonates and you know what it is that I'm referring to, if you are able to make a decision surrounding that independently, right? Like not needing any other opinions, or not having to like consider any other opinions, I feel like you should do that. That's another little side message, okay? All right, so then with this, I'm still not clear on what this is. Let me just see what this is, because I kind of touched on everything else. What is this? Like, literally, what is this? Just give me one, please. Oh, finally got one. That just made this even more. Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. What this is. There could be, only take this if it resonates, okay? There could be something that you're working on, or that you started, or that you like want to work on, or you want to do, but perhaps it could go against what would be considered normal for you in your world, or like maybe even acceptable, if you will. I feel like that's okay. I feel like you absolutely should continue doing whatever it is, or go after whatever it is, because what this is looking like is like there's a choice that needs to be made with regard to how to move something forward, or how to move this forward, or like if you should even continue down this path. I feel like if you decide to, you're gonna have to be willing to be ridiculed, is what I just heard, Sagittarius. Okay. All right. So that was a bunch of little messages. I hope that helped. I hope that did what it needed to do for whoever it needed to do it for. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, my wonderful, fabulous Sagittarii. Last, certainly never least, my wonderful, fabulous, the greatest of all time, Capricorns. Let's see, shall we? Of course, I saved the goats for last. Let's see. Capricorn, what are we at? Oh shit, this is the longest live that I done ever did, child. Okay. Well, I did say, like, I'm just gonna read until I go to sleep, because that's what's gonna make me happy. And lo and behold, and lo, I'm happy. Okay, Capricorns. What is the message so that I can put on my comfy clothes and eat some snacks and get in my nice soft bed? What is the message for my wonderful, fabulous goats? What is the message? What is the message? What is the message? What is the message? Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. All right. You need to take a leap of faith, my love. You need to take a leap of faith, all right? You need to... Okay. Somebody needs to take a jump towards love is what this is giving. But, like, I'm not even bullshitting, okay? We got the Fool, Knight of Wands, and Ace of Cups. It's literally reading to me like, hey, that impulse that you're feeling, you should act on it. Go ahead, jump. Do it. Do it. That's what this is giving. For real. For real. Like, oh, and if it's not love, right? It could be a passion, something that you are passionate about. With this Ace of Cups, I mean, it is what it is. It speaks to feelings. It speaks to emotion. It speaks to love, right? It speaks to new love, right? A new opportunity of love, new love, fresh love. Feels so good. So apply that to your life, okay? If it's not about a person, maybe you really love, you know, this car, okay? And you're like, I think I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm going to go buy this car because that's where my heart is at. Well, by all means, the cards say that you should do it, all right? If it is an individual or like a relationship, or maybe, you know, maybe you're taking a leap of faith on yourself. You should. Okay. I'm going to narrow it down though, because I would like to know, why is the Fool here? My bad, y'all. I'm getting sleepy. When I get sleepy, I get silly. So I'm going to try to keep it. Let me rein it in. Why is the Fool here? Why is the Fool here? Oh my, that's... Okay. Put this down over here. So we got I said, why is the Fool here? And I got motherfucking 6 cards. All right. Okay, so it looks like a cycle has ended, my loves. All right. And you are now granted a bunch of different options is what this looks like. And you are being called to use your intuition to lead you, to guide you, to bring balance to a situation, to bring fairness. Perhaps you might have been the last cycle that you was in, okay, because you're now in a new cycle. Whether or not you want to be, that's what it is. There could have been some sort of, oh, I didn't even see this behind this. Yeah, there could have been some sort of like maybe unfairness or like imbalance, especially with the 6 of Pentacles. That speaks to like give and take, giving, receiving, okay, it's energy. With the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles can speak to manifestation. So, listen. Sorry, like I said, I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting silly. Let me focus. What this is giving, though, there's something that I just heard is waiting for you. I feel like there is something that perhaps maybe you have been wanting or you have been manifesting, but I feel like it's here. I don't know that you know this yet, though, because even with this, her eyes is closed, honey. I don't know if you can see this, but like, it's like, so what this is giving is like something that you've manifested. A manifestation is here to bring balance, all right? To be given to you. Abundance, right? With this. So you have options. You have choices. We all have choices. We all have options. It could be too, though, perhaps maybe there could be some confusion. And with regard to like how to move, okay, perhaps you might be in emotion overload. Shit, welcome to the club. I was just talking the other day about how I'm like not emotional. Neither here nor there, okay? There could be like emotion overload, okay? And as a result, there could be some confusion. And what you're being asked to do is to look within yourself, quiet your mind, quiet yourself, all right? Quiet your heart, and whatever you want to say. Meditate, because the very thing that you want is literally here. For whatever reason, you can't see it. But I do feel like it is very actively like here for you. It could be that there is a leap of faith, though, that is required, especially because the first card out was the Fool. So I usually don't, in my reads, recommend people to take, to be like impulsive, right? Because I don't ever want that to come back on me. Well, she told me to be impulsive. But I mean, like, that's actually what this is giving, though. Especially where matters of the heart are, or like feelings are involved. This is literally like, hey, boo. You need to take some sort of like inspired, impulsive action, all right? Open up your eyes, because it's right here and it's being gifted to you. I hope that that makes sense. Let me just get a couple more. Wonderful, fabulous Capricorn. Okay, we have 2 different energies at play here. We have a heavy, stoic, analytical thinker. And then we also have a, let's see, very charismatic, confident, maybe caring soul. And I feel like, well, everything I just said. Okay, so depending on who you are in this, let's say you are the colorful individual. Okay, confident, charismatic, all that shit, right? Your wish fulfillment is here. I just feel like you can't see it. You could also embody both of these energies, right? You could also very much be for as maybe like charismatic and colorful that you are, you could also be this analytical, very intelligent, very precise, contemplative energy. And that could be why you're not seeing it. Because I was going to say it's kind of like a clash of energies, but it literally could just be inside yourself. Okay, that was all channeled. Five of Swords. Yeah, uncertainty. All right, baby. Let me see if I can help you out real quick. Well, very much like a Capricorn. I feel like, here's the thing. There is such thing as too much work. All right. Someone could be throwing themselves into work as well. And I just feel as a way to, like, as a means to, like, escape, or that's going to be real specific. But there could be something that, remember how I said, like, you're not seeing, but I feel like it could be deliberately not seeing. I'm not speaking to this yet because I'm not sure how this is falling into play. So basically, I don't want to repeat everything that I just said, but let me just see. What can help my Capricorns open up their eyes and see? All right. The Hermit. Ooh, introspection. But I kind of already said that. Didn't I say that? I feel like I said that. Didn't I say that, Capricorn? I feel like I said, look within yourself, quiet your mind. Not to be cliche, but quiet your mind, quiet your heart, and really, like, listen. And then this Hermit is just coming out to just confirm that, like, introspection. Again, this is just, I kind of want to know what you got going on. I kind of want to know, because, and then we're going to wrap this up, because it's like you're being told that you need to take a leap of faith. There's some sort of action that needs to happen at the hands of you. All right. And I feel like, especially with this Knight of Wands, I feel like this needs to be done without overthought, like overthinking. Okay. Like, because if you think too much about this, that could be part of whatever it is that you have going on. I don't know. But I feel like you're being asked, it's literally like to just, it might seem foolish, but you need to just take whatever leap this is that you need to take as far as your heart or emotions or feelings are concerned. Like I said, I diminished it all the way down to a car, right? So maybe if it is a vehicle that you want, it's here. Go get it. A cycle is closed. Whether or not you wanted to, it's closed. Okay. But at the same time, a new cycle is here. And I feel like it's better than what you've closed, but you don't see that. But you do need to move forward with the Six of Swords. So whatever leap that you need to take, my love, I need you to take it. You need you to take it. All right. Get out your head with this Eight of Swords and this King of Swords. All right. There's something that you need to walk away from. I feel like there could be a lot of I'm trying to think about how I can say this. Maybe emphasis, attention being put on what you're leaving behind, and as a result, you're unable to see that what it is you feel like you're leaving behind is actually before you. What? It's time for me to get out of this energy. Time for me to get out of this energy. Okay. But that's what I got to say. That's just, so whatever it is that you feel like you are leaving behind, that you perhaps maybe don't want to leave behind, but you have to because the door is already closed, the cycle's closed. I feel like that, whatever that could represent, I don't know what that means for you, but whatever that is, I feel like is right before you. If that makes sense. But you're not going to see it until you open up your eyes, take some sort of leap of faith, quiet your mind, focus, and maybe digest what it is that I'm saying. Move forward. Because you got some good shit in front of you. An abundance of things. You could just be confusing yourself. You could be like me, who really needs to know why, how, when. I ain't mad at you. I'm just like it. All right. And I feel like this kind of has been like the undercurrent for a few of the reads tonight. You got to let go of what was so you can get what is. All right. Okay, guys. I done talked my little self dry. All right. Ain't no more left in my mouth, honey. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for choosing to share some of yourself with me today. I very much appreciate you. Thank you for helping me to be happy. And I cannot wait to see you again soon. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.